Good day, dear students. Today we are going to learn Chapter 6, Data Description. There are mainly 3 subtopics to be covered in this chapter, which are Introduction to Data, Measures of Location, and Measures of Dispersion. At the end of today's lesson, all of you must be able to identify the discrete and continuous data, identify ungrouped and grouped data, and construct and interpret stem and leaf diagrams. Mainly, there are 2 types of data, which are qualitative data and quantitative data. Qualitative data are descriptive data, for example, colors and types of cars. Quantitative data consist of numerical data, for example, weight of a person or age. Quantitative data can be categorized in 2 big groups, discrete data and continuous data.
Let's look at the difference between discrete and continuous data. Data that assume countable values is a discrete data, whereas data that assume numerical value over a certain interval is a continuous data. Now let's try a short exercise to check on our understanding of qualitative data and quantitative data. Can you identify which one of this is a qualitative data and which is a quantitative data? I hope all of you are able to identify quantitative and qualitative data. Next, we are going to differentiate between a discrete and continuous data. Bravo! You did a great job! Raw data can be represented as ungrouped data or grouped data. Next, we are going to learn the difference between ungrouped data and grouped data. It could be confusing to identify which is ungrouped data and grouped data. The first example is grouped data, because the data have been categorized into class intervals. The second example is an ungrouped data. As you can see, there is no class intervals in this example. And the last example could be tricky. The data looks like a grouped data, but this is an ungrouped data. The data has been grouped, but without any intervals. Well, now I hope all of you are able to differentiate grouped and ungrouped data. In this slide, we will be learning how to sketch and interpret stem and leaf diagram. Stem and leaf diagram is another technique of illustrating the quantitative data. Each value is divided into 2 parts, which are the stem and the leaf. The digits in the greatest place values of the data values are the stems. The digits in the next greatest place values are the leaves. Key is needed to show how the data is represented. These are some of the advantages of using a stem and leaf diagram. This slide explains on how to interpret stem and leaf diagram. The first diagram is a symmetrical distribution. The second diagram is a positively skewed distribution. And the last diagram is a negatively skewed distribution. Can you all try to construct a stem and leaf diagram to represent the given data and interpret the data of example 4? It would be easy to construct a stem and leaf diagram if you all follow the given steps. Step 1. Arrange the given data in ascending order. Did you manage to arrange the data correctly? I hope you did. Step 2. You need to decide on which data to be placed at the stem and which data at leaf. Since the data has largest place values in hundreds, the first 2 digits have to be in stem. The last digits are placed as leaves. Now you are ready to sketch your stem and leaf diagram. Make sure to have a title for your stem and leaf diagram. Do not forget the key to your diagram. Once you are done with your stem and leaf diagram, you can interpret your data. The given data is a positively skewed data. We have reached the end of our first lesson. I hope all of you are able to identify the discrete and continuous data. Identify ungrouped and grouped data, construct and interpret stem and leaf diagrams,